Good evening, everybody. I call the Wednesday, July 16th, 2025 meeting of the Hampton City School Board to order at this time. Ms. Charbonneau, will you please call the roll?
Ms. Alfanja?
Here.
Dr. Banks-Gray? Ms. Cherry?
Here.
Mr. Kilgore?
Here.
Mr. Samuels?
Present.
Dr. Woodhouse?
Here.
Dr. Mason?
Here, let the record reflect that all board members are present with the exception of Dr. Banks-Gray. At this time, will we all stand, say the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Feels like I've been with you all day. Because I have. At this time, the chair will entertain a motion to adopt tonight's agenda.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Mr. Kilgore.
I move to approve the agenda as presented with one amendment, that we add action item 6.08, which is grievance matter 2025 TAC 03.
Second.
It's been properly moved by Mr. Kilgore and seconded by Ms. Alfanja that we approve tonight's agenda with the addition of 6.08 grievance matter 2025-03. Any discussion? Ms. Charbonneau, will you please call for the vote?
Ms. Alfanja?
Aye.
Ms. Cherry?
Aye.
Mr. Samuels?
Aye.
Mr. Kilgore?
Aye.
Dr. Woodhouse?
Aye.
Dr. Mason?
Aye, motion carries. At this time, that brings us to recognitions, item number 2 on the agenda, and I'll turn it over to Ms. Goro.
All right. Well, thank you, Chair Dr. Mason, Vice Chair Ms. Jackson Afanja, members of the school board, Superintendent Dr. Haynes, and members of our Hampton City Schools family. At this time, would Dr. Woodhouse please proceed to the microphone at center stage to assist with tonight's recognitions. Before we begin, I hate to disappoint you because in June when I was in front of you, I think our recognitions lasted about an hour and 20 minutes. So it's not going to be that long tonight. I know you're sad, but. All right. So Hampton City Schools is proud to celebrate the achievements of 3 outstanding student athletes who recently earned individual state championships in track and field. This evening, we are going to actually honor and recognize 2 of those athletes, both recent graduates, before they head off to college. The 3rd student, who is a rising junior from Phoebus High School, will be recognized at our September school board meeting as he's currently out of the country with his family. So at this time, I invite Kellen LaRoche and Tremaine Coart, both from Kicquetan High School, to please join me up front by the podium. All right. So the VHSL Class 5 state track meet was held at Todd Stadium on June 6th and 7th. So it was after that June school board meeting. That's why we weren't able to bring you back then, because they were still fighting for that championship. So it was right up to the end of the school year. Kellen LaRoche, who took home the state title in the high jump, he cleared 6 feet 8 inches. I'm going to say that again, 6 feet 8 inches. I'm like 5'2.5" with 3-inch heels on right now, so that gives you some perspective. So let's give Kellen a well-deserved round of applause. All right, and Tremaine not only won the 800 meters, but he also set a new state record with a time of 1 minute, 50.73 seconds. Please join me in giving Tremaine a huge round of applause. State champion and state record. So as they begin their next chapters, Kellen will attend George Mason University and Tremaine will attend Virginia Union University. So we congratulate both of you on your incredible achievements and wish you continued success in your academic and athletic journeys. And at this time,
Kellen and Tremaine, would you please join me on stage? Thank Thank you. And on behalf of our chair, Dr. Mason, our vice chair, Ms. Jackson Alfonso, and the Hampton City School Board, and our superintendent, Dr. Haynes, I am honored to present this certificate and coin to you, as I will give you the coins first. You're welcome. And I will read the certificates. First, I will read Kellen's. Congratulations. This certificate is proudly presented to Kellen LaRoche, Kickertan High School, 2024 to 2025 VHSL Class 5 State Championship, high jump, 6 feet, 8 inches. Wonderful. Congratulations. I asked him how tall he was. He said 6'1". I said, you jump higher than your height. All right, congratulations. This certificate is proudly presented to Tremaine Cowart, Kickertan High School, 2024-2025 VHSL Class 5 State Championship, 800 meters, 1 minute, 50.73 seconds. Congratulations. And I lost my page. Okay. Before we return to your seats, if Mr. Dion Moore, the boys track coach, would you please stand? Thank you.
Congratulations, Coach.
Also, if there are any parents, family members, or special guests, administrators, additional coaches, or teachers in the audience tonight supporting these students, athletes, or should I say alumni, please stand to be recognized. Mm-hmm. Thank you. All right. Congratulations again, Keller. That's awesome. And Tremaine, for bringing home these state championships, making us proud of you. Mm-hmm. And so you may take your seats.
And that is correct, Dr. Woodhouse. They are now alumni.
Can we give them another hand?
Let's give them a round of applause. Chair Mason, that concludes our recognitions for this evening.
All right. Well, I'm gonna ask Kellen to come back up. Mr. Samuels, go stand right here. And let's see if you can jump over Mr. Samuels. Mr. Samuels. Congratulations to you.
I think he can.
Are your parents here? Any of your parents here? We'll ask your parents to stand to be recognized as well. Thank you all very much. We know it's not easy traveling around and doing all of those parental things when it comes to athletes and all of those meets. And so I'm sure you braved those hot days out there on the track. So thank you very much. All right.
Congratulations.
Yes.
That's
Thanks,
awesome.
Coach. And good luck to you all in your next adventure. All right.
All right.
Good luck at college.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Goral.
All right.
All right, next item on the agenda is the consent agenda. 3.01, Personnel Report 25-10. 3.02, Minutes of the School Board Meeting of June 4th, 2025. 3.03, Certification of the Closed Session of June 4th, 2025. 3.04, Certification of the Closed Session June 14th, 2025. And 3.05, School Board Donations, July 2025. What's the pleasure of the board?
Mr. Chair, I move that the consent agenda be approved as presented.
Second.
It's been properly moved by Ms. Cherry and seconded by Mr. Samuels that we approve tonight's consent agenda as presented. Any discussion? Ms. Charbonneau, will you please call for the vote?
Ms. Alfonso?
Aye.
Ms. Cherry?
Aye.
Mr. Samuels?
Aye.
Mr. Kilgore?
Aye.
Dr. Woodhouse?
Aye.
Dr. Mason?
Aye, motion carries. And now I'll turn it over to Dr. Haynes for superintendent staff reports.
Thank you, Chair Mason, Vice Chair Jackson Afanja, members of the board, division leadership team, and the Hampton community. For our first presentation this evening, Dr. James Harris, our Chief Academic Officer, and Ms. Shamika Pollard, Chief of Secondary School Leadership, will provide an overview of the June 2025 HCS Leadership Summit, as well as highlight some of the professional learning that will be taking place during the upcoming Leadership Summit for Hampton City School administrators on July 28th through July 30th. Dr. Harris.
Good evening, Chair Mason, Vice Chair Jackson Afanja, members of the Hampton School Board, Dr. Haynes, and the Hampton community. This evening, Ms. Pollard and I will bring you updates on the June Leadership Summit. The presentation will provide an overview of the sessions, reflections from school leadership, and a brief overview of the upcoming July Leadership Summit. As seen here, the purpose of the June 2025 Leadership Summit held at the Dr. Jeffrey O. Smith Science Wing at Kecoughtan High School was to reflect on and celebrate the major accomplishments of the 2024-2025 school year in alignment with the division's vision and the superintendent's strategic priorities. The summit served as a means for central office and school-based leaders to review the past year and preview the work ahead, providing a platform for collaborative reflection and strategic planning. Aligned with the superintendent's priorities, this year's summit was purposefully designed around superintendent's priority number 3, to engage with a variety of stakeholders in a variety of ways, mediums, to seek feedback and input, as well as share the ongoing accomplishments and celebrations of HCS students and staff. Sessions throughout the summit sought meaningful feedback and input that would help inform continuous improvement efforts. In addition, the summit offered an opportunity to highlight and honor the ongoing achievements of Hampton City Schools staff and students as we collectively shape the future of teaching and learning across the division. The June Leadership Summit began with an inspiring message from our superintendent, where we took time to celebrate the accomplishments of the 2024-2025 school year. We recognized administrators retiring or moving into new leadership roles, reviewed the successful implementation of Master Plan 2.0, and celebrated the many milestones achieved by our students and staff. This included honoring the division's valedictorians and salutatorians, applauding our brand ambassadors, and acknowledging the continued growth in our military-connected student population. One of the most meaningful highlights was the presentation of preliminary and unofficial student achievement data, which showed growth in all content areas. These results reflect the division's sustained focus on instructional excellence and leadership. The superintendent's message closed with a call to action, a reminder of our collective why, and a charge to continue growing leaders who can sustain and build upon these achievements. In alignment with Superintendent's priority number 1, to ensure the division remains focused on supporting a safe and nurturing environment for all students, participants engaged in an interactive session led by Ms. Trina Hatcher, Executive Director of Student Support. Department heads under the Student Support umbrella reviewed and previewed a comprehensive chest of tools and resources designed to ensure that schools are equipped to support the social and emotional development of all students. This session reinforced our commitment to meeting students' needs with intentional systems of care, wraparound services, and practices that build safe, supportive learning environments across the division. Superintendent's priority number 2 states to ensure the division remains focused on supporting its core business of teaching and learning. Our June Summit session focused on the division's ongoing work in literacy, specifically the implementation of the Virginia Literacy Act. Over the past year, we adopted HMH into reading curriculum in elementary schools and are now preparing to implement a comprehensive literacy plan in middle grades this school year. The session, titled Insights to Impact, emphasized both the celebration of our elementary progress and the importance of refining our processes to meet the needs of middle school learners. Leaders reflected on alignment, instructional supports, and scheduling strategies to ensure that literacy remains a cornerstone of our academic success across all grade levels. This session aligned with Superintendent's priority number 4, to support the Academies of Hampton Master Plan 2.0. K-12 administrators engaged in thoughtful discussions to provide critical feedback on the implementation of signature experiences, while also identifying key structural supports needed for success in the next phase. As we move into phase 2, we are expanding signature experiences into grades K-2 and refining signature experiences in grades 3 through 8, while deepening academy structures in high school. Through guided reflection and collaborative dialogue, participants helped shape the development of elementary and middle school scholar profiles, artifacts that build toward the portrait of a Hampton graduate. These profiles were created using feedback from our Community Priorities Workshop and reflect our division-wide vision for transformation. In alignment with the division's mantra and superintendent's priority number 5, to create and refine processes that support the division's mantra of one community, one transformation, excellence with intentionality, 2 presentations previewed important work ahead. First, Dr. Caggiano introduced a refined teacher evaluation and feedback process, shifting away from one-size-fits-all approach, moving toward more differentiated, strengths-based coaching through a new web-based platform which will offer an intuitive user experience and enhanced reporting features to support instructional leadership at the school level. Second, Dr. Kim Richardson worked with school leaders to refine school-level induction practices. Using staff survey data, the team reviewed current approaches and identified areas to improve retention and support for new educators. At this point, I'll turn the presentation over to Ms. Pollard, who will share reflections from school-based leadership teams on the summit and provide insights into next steps for school-level implementation and ongoing leadership development.
Thank you, Dr. Harris, and good evening. I'm excited to be here this evening to share a few highlights from the administrative sessions hosted by the Chiefs of School Leadership. During the elementary session led by Dr. Barreau, administrators shared that they are excited about our transition to the web-based platform for observations. They are pleased with the flexibility and the types and levels of support they will now be able to provide to teachers to ensure targeted support where it is needed. Elementary administrators are also excited about the continued implementation of Master Plan 2.0. They now have a clearer understanding of the plan and their role in developing the profile of an elementary school scholar. The elementary leaders also reflected on the implementation of the new curriculum in ELA, as well as key data points that determined overall school success. In addition, they got a sneak peek at what's to come in the 2025 school year in the area of ELA. Secondary administrators participated in a session designed for them to reflect on practices that they wanted to continue, start, or stop as school leaders. The continued themes highlighted core strengths that are already driving success that should be reinforced. These themes included cultivating a positive culture and climate through restorative practices, celebrating students and staff, and maintaining a family-like atmosphere in our schools. A strong emphasis on student-centered excellence was evident in the commitment to cognitive engagement, high expectations, and Tier 1 instruction. There was also a clear dedication to leadership and staff development and maintaining strong accountability systems, such as our work with attendance and our use of data. The START themes focused on opportunities for innovation, consistency, and empowerment. A major priority was developing leadership pipelines in each school. You're welcome, Dr. Haynes. Administrators want to start growing the culture of collaboration and alignment, including strategic meetings with their feeder schools and regular admin team walkthroughs. Additionally, the schools are moving toward enhancing student voice and ownership. The STOP themes call for the elimination of practices that hinder progress. Key among these was eliminating low expectations and excuses, including hand-holding, lack of follow-up, and any normalization of mediocrity. School leaders recognize that they need to be proactive, identify red flags early, and reduce overextension. In conclusion, the combined analysis of continued START and STOP feedback illustrates school cultures that are committed to growing leaders, ensuring excellence in instruction, strengthening accountability systems, and building a climate where students and staff thrive. By reinforcing what works, launching targeted improvements, and removing barriers, our schools are ready for the 2025-2026 school year. Thank you, and I'll turn it back over to Dr. Harris.
We are excited to share that the insights and feedback from the June Leadership Summit, particularly those aligned with Superintendent's priority number 3, have directly informed the design of the July Leadership Summit. Our theme for July is Boots on the Ground, leading with purpose, presence, and impact. This 3-day summit will bring together school and division level leaders to prepare for the 25-26 school year. Through a series of interactive sessions and collaborative planning opportunities, participants will reflect on current practices, explore innovative solutions, and engage in forward-thinking discussions. Key topics will include instructional priorities, student support systems, school improvement and accountability, continued implementation of Master Plan 2.0, literacy, and professional learning tied to coaching, induction, and evaluation. With the clear focus on alignment and purpose, this summit will support every leader in ensuring that each school is positioned to thrive. We look forward to sharing the outcomes of the July Leadership Summit and continuing our journey together as one community, one transformation. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Harris. Any questions from board members? Comments? Ms. Jerry?
Thank you. That's an excellent report, and it's so exciting. Good stuff, but I just love the way that you all presented it because it shows the enthusiasm you have, and that can only radiate down, and I'm very excited about that. If I couldn't remember but 3 things that were said here, it'd be the 3 words when you said eliminate low expectations. I think that is so powerful, so I want to thank you all for all the hard work and all the vision that you've allowed your team members to have as well, so thank you.
Anyone else? Thank you. Dr. Haynes?
Chair Mason, for our next presentation this evening, Dr. Dan Bowling, our Chief Operations Officer, will provide information regarding T-Mobile's intent to replace its electrical generator located at Barron Fundamental Elementary School. Dr. Bowling.
Good evening, everyone. Within this next 3.5 hours, we will go over. I'll be very, very quick tonight. As part of Hampton City Schools' cellular contract, co-locates, or otherwise known as renters, are required to notify the school board of any changes or improvements to their equipment. In compliance with their contractual requirement, T-Mobile is informing Hampton City Schools of their intent to upgrade the electrical generator located beneath the Crown Castle cell tower adjacent to Barron Elementary School. This upgrade does not involve any additional land use or ground acquisitions and will not result in an increase in monthly rental fees. And that concludes my informational brief.
All right. Any questions, comments from board members?
Thank you.
Thank you. Dr. Bowling, they were surprised you didn't have 80 slides with you tonight. Dr. Hayes?
For our final report this evening, Mrs. Brittany Branch, Chief Financial Officer, will present the financial report for May 2025.
Good evening, Chair Mason, Vice Chair Fonja, School Board members, Dr. Haynes. Tonight, I am presenting the May 2025 monthly operating report. For the month of May, revenues received were $27 million. That brought our fiscal year to date revenue total to $273 million. Our expenditures and encumbrances for the month of May were $28 million, and that brought our cumulative amount to $297 as of that time period. Our largest spending categories continue to be in instruction, operations, and maintenance, and at the end of May, we utilized over 90% of our budget. Included in your report, you do have the transfers to and from the technology classification for the month, and since technically we're now at beyond our fiscal year, we are currently in the process of our financial reporting, and we're doing our final closeout in August to prepare for our audit. So you all will receive the June report at the first meeting in September to provide you with some preliminary final numbers for the entire year. And that concludes tonight's report.
All right, thank you very much. Any comments or questions from board members? Thank you very much, Ms. Branch. Dr. Haynes?
Mr. Chair, that concludes superintendent and staff reports.
All right, well, thank you very much. That takes us to item number 5, deliberation, 5.01, fiscal year 2024-2025, athletic funds revised budget, and 5.02, resolution to approve the trust fund transfer to Old Point National Bank. And I'll call Ms. Branch back up to the podium.
I didn't go too far. So for the first item on the deliberation agenda, the fiscal year 2024-2025 athletics budget, we always do, as part of monitoring the budget, we look at both our revenues and expenditures. And I'm happy to report that for last school year, preliminary data shows that our athletics fund brought in $134,000 more than what we originally budgeted or expected. And that was mainly in the areas of gate receipts, so ticket sales from our sporting events. So we do have to come to the school board and request for approval of this additional revenue. So you will see that we are also asking for this item to be moved from deliberation to items for action if it is the board's pleasure tonight.
Any questions or comments from board members? Well, you want to go ahead and move to 5.02?
Yes. For the next item on deliberation, we received notification from Wells Fargo as part of their review of their business that they would no longer serve our Booker School Trust and Sims Eaton Trust Fund. And I'm utilizing those names because that is what the names were when they were initially set up. But we do know that now Booker is Albert A. Patrick Elementary School. But for tonight, we are requesting school board approval to move these funds from Wells Fargo to Old Point National Bank. And with that move, to request the school board to authorize us to allow us to work with Old Point to be an investment manager for these funds, and also for us to make decisions as it relates to investment options as well. We really wanted to make sure we memorialize this move so that it's on record with the school board and for the public. So we are also asking for this item, if it be your pleasure, to be moved from deliberation to items for action.
Thank you very much. Any questions or comments from board members? All right. Thank you very much. Mr. Kilgore?
Yeah, Mr. Chair, I move that we move deliberation item 5.01 and deliberation item 5.02 to action items 6.09 and 6.10 respectively.
Second.
It's been properly moved by Mr. Kilgore and seconded by Ms. Safandra that we move 5.01 fiscal year 2024-2025 athletic funds revised budget, and 5.02 resolution to approve the trust funds transfer to Old Point National Bank out of deliberation to items for action at 6.09 and 6.10 respectively. Any discussion? Ms. Charbonneau, will you please call for the vote?
Ms. Alfanja?
Aye.
Ms. Cherry?
Aye.
Mr. Samuels?
Aye.
Mr. Kilgore?
Aye.
Dr. Woodhouse?
Aye.
Dr. Mason?
Aye, motion carries. All right. Thank you very much, Ms. Branch. And that takes us to items for action number 6. 6.01, review of new school board policy JM, emergency response and student safety. 6.02, revision of school board policy ECA, fixed asset control and reporting of loss or damage. 6.03, revision of school board policy EBAA, reporting of hazards. 6.04, revision of school board policy EBCD, emergency closings. 6.05, review of school board policy EC, buildings and grounds management and maintenance. 6.06, revision of school board policy FECBB, accommodations for individuals with disabilities. 6.07, revision of school board policy FG, retirement of facilities. 6.08, grievance matter 2025-03, and 6.09, fiscal year 2024-2025 athletic fund revised budget, and 6.10, resolution to approve the trust funds transferred to Old Point National Bank. And what's the pleasure of the board?
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve action items 6.01 through 6.07 as a block.
Second.
All right. It's been properly moved by Mr. Kilgore and seconded by Dr. Woodhouse that we approve items 6.01 through 6.07 as a block. Any discussion? Ms. Charbonneau, you please call for the vote.
Ms. Alfonja?
Aye.
Sorry, I'm lost the spot. Ms. Cherry?
Aye.
Mr. Samuels?
Aye.
Mr. Kilgore?
Aye.
Dr. Woodhouse?
Aye.
Dr. Mason?
Aye, motion carries. What's the pleasure of the board for the remaining 3 items?
Mr. Chair, I move that the recommendation of the superintendent in the case of grievance matter 2025 TAC 03 be upheld. Action item
Second.
6.08.
All right.
Second.
Okay. Been properly moved by Mr. Kilgore that we approve item 6.08, grievance matter 2025-03, to uphold the superintendent's recommendation, and it's been seconded by Mr. Samuels. Any discussion? Ms. Charbonneau, you please call for the vote.
Ms. Alfonja?
Aye.
Ms. Cherry?
Aye.
Mr. Samuels?
Aye.
Mr. Kilgore?
Aye.
Dr. Woodhouse?
Aye.
Dr. Mason?
Aye, motion carries. All right, and that leaves us with 6.09 and 6.10.
Mr. Chair, I move that we accept the recommendation for a 6.09 athletic fund revised budget and 6.10 resolution to approve the trust funds transferred to Old Point National Bank.
Second.
It's been properly moved by Dr. Woodhouse and seconded by Mr. Samuels that we approve items 6.09 and 6.10. Any discussion? Ms. Charbonneau, you please call for the vote.
Ms. Alfonja?
Aye.
Ms. Cherry?
Aye.
Mr. Samuels?
Aye.
Mr. Kilgore?
Aye.
Dr. Woodhouse?
Aye.
Dr. Mason?
Aye, motion carries. All right, thank you all very much. And that takes us to item number 7, deliberation first read, and that's 7.01, revision of school board policy JF, student rights and responsibilities handbook, code of student conduct, and that's going to be Dr. Kason.
Good evening, Board Chair Mason, Vice Chair Ms. Alfonja Jackson, School Board, and Dr. Haynes. Tonight, I have Policy JF, and the reason why we're here for that policy is just to updates to align with the Hampton City Schools policy and practices. The Rights and Responsibilities Handbook itself, it's time for us just to update it for the 25-26 school year. So overall, the changes are relatively minor. As you will see, it has the dates to be reflected throughout the document as required, and then there's a couple wordings to titles and points of contact. That's all I have for you.
All right, thank you very much. Any questions from board members? All right, thank you very much. All right, that takes us to item number 8, hearing of any delegations or presentation of any written communications or petitions. I do have one for this evening that's been turned in, and so I'll ask Ms. Charbonneau if you will read the protocol.
Citizens are invited to address the school board on matters of public concern about the school division. Speaker forms are available prior to the start of the meeting. If you wish to address the school board, please complete the form and give it to the clerk by 6:45 p.m. on the day of the meeting. Each individual will have 3 minutes to speak. At the end of your time, you will hear a buzzer. All comments shall be directed to the school board. Speakers may not yield their time to another. Speakers should address the school board with decorum on policy issues. Comments should relate to agenda items or matters germane to the business of the duties of the school board. Speakers comment on individuals at their own risk of violating confidentiality laws and or defaming the subjects of their comments. Neither the school board, the superintendent, nor the school administration will respond publicly to any comments by speaker about individuals. Presentation of resolution, declarations, proclamations, manifestos, awards, or other similar documents not originated under the auspices of the school board administration is prohibited during the public comment period. The audience is asked to be respectful of all speakers. Public comment is the school board's opportunity to listen to the speaker. Since our purpose is to hear from you, the board will not engage in dialogue with the audience or whomever is at the podium. Matters requiring a response will be directed to the superintendent for research and response. The superintendent may report back on such matters at a subsequent business meeting session as appropriate. The school board carefully considers your comments as we decide matters that are brought before us. We appreciate your attendance and your input.
All right, thank you very much. And our first speaker, well, only speaker for the evening is Ms. Brenda Marks.
Good evening, board members and Dr. Haynes. I'm addressing you tonight because I have a concern that while y'all are doing your in-service training and everything over the summer, that I'm hoping that somebody can address it. Everything I am about to tell you, I have been told by staff of Hampton City Schools. My daughter, prior to COVID, was reading at least 2 years ahead of grade level. COVID hit, and unfortunately, she was one of the children that suffered the loss in her reading scores. Over the last 3 years, I have watched her reading scores steadily decline, and at her last IEP meeting, I was told she is now reading 2 years behind her grade level. Unfortunately, she takes the reading SOL this year and has to pass reading at grade level. Despite documentation of 3 years of begging and pleading to get support for reading, I was told, first of all, that the COVID money had run out. But the COVID money ran out 2 years after I started asking. Then I was told it was a division policy that, yes, you had reading interventionists. However, they were not put with children until their Lexile scores were 500. A 500 Lexile score for a junior in high school would be basically functional illiterate, and you've lost your good gain time. I think the school division needs to adopt a policy that when you see children steady progressing up the grades of school that are steady declining in their reading comprehension, you need to intervene. And that we don't have COVID money, but we can pull money from somewhere else, because where my child is special needs, there are other children I've been told that have suffered the same reading comprehension loss, that they are just thrown to the wind. And the most alarming thing was I was told that I could not get her reading support in her IEP because the team determined that a goal in the area of reading was not warranted due to, one, no data to support an adverse educational impact. I don't have a doctorate, I don't have a college degree, but I know if you don't comprehend what you read, it impacts your education. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Marks. All right, that takes us to item number 9, information, and 9.01, our next meeting. Our next meeting of the Hampton City School Board is going to be a regular meeting that's going to be here on, August the 6th, all right, here at Jones Magnet Middle School, starting at 6:30. And our next work session will also be here at Jones on August the 20th. All right, and so other items for information 9.02, I'll start with you, Dr. Haynes.
Thank you, Chair Mason. Our summer school programs and learning activities are coming to a close. July 24th is the last day for our elementary and middle school students, and July 31st for our in-person high school students. We will then celebrate our summer graduates on Thursday, August 7th at 6 p.m. at Kecoughtan High School. Thursday, August 7th at 6 p.m. at Kecoughtan High School. Our culminating event for the summer college experience at Virginia Peninsula Community College will be held on Thursday, July 24th at 1 p.m. in the Gator Cafe. We'll celebrate 17 students for successfully completing their first dual enrollment course and establishing their college transcript. The 15th annual Rejuvenate Summer Learning Conference, 15 years, will be held on Thursday, July 31st from 8 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. at the Hampton Roads Convention Center. There are 29 different sessions offered during these concurrent session rotations. As of the beginning of the week, we have over 380 registered participants. We are excited to welcome teachers and staff new to Hampton City Schools by kicking off our new teacher orientation week on Monday, August 4th. Different activities and professional development will occur throughout the week and into the following week. That concludes informational items, Mr. Chair.
All right, thank you very much. Any other items for information from board members? All right, I would like to add that, well, two things. Today, earlier today, as I stated earlier, we did hold our annual board retreat, and it was a very, very robust and very fruitful session that we held, and I'm certainly looking forward to this upcoming academic year with the excitement and the vigor that we've had in the past. We have some things ahead of us in terms of continuing to keep the main thing, focusing on teaching and learning with Hampton City Schools. We're excited about the numbers and the scores and things that we will be talking about a little bit later. We're continuing to do some great things here in Hampton City Schools. And so you will be hearing about those things a little bit later as we move forward. The second item is coming up once again. Mark Crump with State Farm Insurance will be hosting once again, presenting the Stuff the Bus event that he holds each year to benefit Hampton City Schools. And so we're asking the community to come out and bring in your school supplies. And that's going to be 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Kroger on Mercury Boulevard. All right, and once again, that's sponsored by Mark Crump in partnership with myself as well as Kroger. That's coming up on August the 2nd. And so you can go buy school supplies and drop them off on August 2nd between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. at Kroger, or you can shop at Kroger that day. So if you happen to be buying groceries that day, pick up a few items and drop them off, all right? And so we will have lots of excitement out there that day. If you've ever been out there, you know that it's a fun time to be had out there as we do some great things for some kids to start the school year off right, all right? So with no further business to be brought before this board, I declare this meeting adjourned.